Hey everyone, it's that time of the week again where we sit down all by the fire and watch a good old episode of the Will A. Bear Show with Will A. Bear. We all have that designated on our calendar to happen sometime in the week, and I'm here to provide that for you, of course. So, welcome back, week 2 of March Madness, the March Madness edition of the Will A. Bear Show with Will A. Bear. It's an exciting time, to say the least. So, there's been a lot of upsets, and just everything is going crazy as it normally does in March Madness, and there is no better time, in my opinion, than the month of March watching some college basketball, especially since Duke is in it. So it is just so much fun to watch. But let's go over to the standings real quick, and I'm just going to calculate these based on what the app says your highest potential is. Not how many points you currently have, which I'm still not sure how they calculate, but it's something to do with how your teams you pick progress and whatnot. But this standings is based solely on where you could be. Okay? So in first place, we have Didi with a potential of 1660. Really good. In second place with 1500 is Dad, of course. Third place is Mason, making a roaring comeback with 1430 points. Fourth place, me, the Will A. Bear of the Will A. Bear Show with Will A. Bear, with 1290. In fifth place with 1230 is Nini, and in sixth place with 910 is Mom. I think now would be a great time to point out that the 4 people who picked Duke to go all the way are the top 4 in the standings. So just a little shout out there. Furthermore, I finally got to read y'all's brackets. I was unable to, it wouldn't let me see them until the bracket started, which was last Thursday. So when the week 1 of Will A. Bear Show came out, I had not seen anyone else's brackets. But now, I've had a chance to look through them, and, well, I have a few remarks to make. So the first person I want to remark on is our leader at the moment, Didi. And all 4 of his final 4 picks are still in the bracket, which is astounding. Nobody else can say that in this league, that is. Outstanding job. All but one of your Elite 8 picks are still in the tournament also. So, outstanding job. You've put yourself in a great position to win. It is no wonder that you are in first place here. And then in the round of 64, when you had all the teams available to choose from, you only missed 8 of those games. So there were, 32 games? And you only missed 8. And that is a really good number. Moving on over, Dad in second place. You only missed 6 games in the round of 32. That is the least out of everybody. And, geez, you only missed 6 games. So, that's insane. In your final 4, you had Tennessee, who was out. And then in your Elite 8, you had both St. Mary's and Auburn, who are both out. But other than those, you are in great position. Not that many teams that you have up here in these final rounds are out for you. So yeah, very high potential. Well done. In third place, Mason. This is what I thought of your bracket. You had Baylor and Wisconsin both in your final 4. So they lost early, so you were immediately behind. But you seem to have gotten most every game right since then. Your key pick, a key pick that I am selecting from you, is you had Iowa State beating LSU, which I don't think maybe one other of us had, but I think you were if not the only one, you were one of the only ones to pick that, and that was awesome. And then in the round of 64, you only had 9 misses, and I think, yeah, that's a good number. Mason, you're very much still in this competition, and yeah, no worries there. Fourth, comes me. This is the first. I am the first one on the bracket to have one of my final two teams out already, and I had Ohio State in the championship game, and they are already out. Some key picks that I have to take away because I'm awesome. Let's be real. I had Miami beating both USC in round 1 and Auburn in round 2. So that panned out perfectly. And I also had North Carolina beating Baylor. I was one of 2 people to pick that. So yeah. I had 9 misses in the round of 64 to go along with Mason. And as for my later picks, I have, of course, Ohio State out in the finals, but I also have Virginia Tech and Creighton in the Elite 8. And other than that, I'm solid, clean, and yeah, I'm ready to win this thing. Next up, we have Nini. She had Auburn in her championship game, who lost to Miami. So that's always not a good sign. She also had Tennessee in the Final Four and Kentucky in the Elite 8. Ugh. Yeah, that's a tough one. Also had 9 misses in the round of 64. Me, Mason, Nini. There we go. All had 9 misses in the round of 64. And that's not a bad thing to be at. Right on par. And your key pick that I have to take away is North Carolina over Baylor. Also, me and Nini were the only ones who picked that. And Nini, I have to shout it out. Nini not only picked North Carolina to go all the way, but blasphemously, that's a word. She picked them to beat Duke head-to-head in the process, and kind of offended by that, actually. But that's fair, I guess. It's fair game. Yeah. So, good. Well done, Nini. Well done. North Carolina over Baylor. Mom, you are the last place at the moment, and it's kind of obvious why. You have Baylor going all the way, and they lost to Carolina in the second round. So you are the only bracket to have your champion already out, and yeah, and it sucks. You had Wisconsin in the Final Four. You had Creighton, along with me, and Kentucky in the Elite 8. So it's funny because you have picked basically every other game right. In this round of 64, you had only 7 misses. That's the second least amount of misses in the group. But just because your winner went down, kind of just slashed your whole bracket. So it's unfortunate. Now, I know what is on everyone's mind at this moment in time. Since it's March Madness, we don't get an awards section. Well, fear not, because the Will Hebert Show with Will Hebert is proud to present the same awards from Fantasy Football. It's not that special. It's the awards section. So let's jump into it. For starters, as always, we start off with the Golden Chainsaw. And why? For, cutting down the competition. And that goes to Dad because he had the last perfect bracket. His bracket made it the farthest while still being perfect. So, Dad, Golden Chainsaw, it's always hard to do to even get one game right because it's just crazy. Upsets galore. So, Dad, Golden Chainsaw, well done. The Vacuum Award does not go to a person, but rather a team, and that is Kentucky, because everyone in our family pool had Kentucky at least advancing one round, and they couldn't beat a 15 seed. So, Vacuum Award goes to Kentucky because they suck. Insightful Foresight goes to Didi for not only having the highest potential score, but also his west portion of the bracket, the one with Duke, Gonzaga, all of them, is perfect as of right now. He has the 4 teams in the Final Four, and they're right in the 4. You know what I mean. He has it every game in that portion of the bracket perfect. So, well done, insightful foresight, easy choice. The Cond Award really could not have gone to anyone else other than Mom, because 1-seeded Baylor dropped to North Carolina. I mean, obviously, intellectual minds like me and Nini, we knew this was going to happen, but I mean, I get it. It can fool the not as, and those are our March Madness awards. And I think that will conclude the Will Hebert Show with Will Hebert for this week. I am Will Hebert. Make sure we keep watching March Madness, see how this unfolds. Absolutely crazy. Go Duke, right? Until next week, bye.